Some of you may have noticed that you've been getting certain distractions, certain delays, certain people, i.e. blasts from the past coming back in to test your resilience, to test your boundaries, to test where you're at. And for some of you, these are people, these are situations, these are jobs, these are I'm hearing old money finance situations. So some of you could be noticing like an old reoccurring debt that you thought you had paid was still outstanding, and you're only now finding out about it, say 3 years later, things of that nature. You could have extreme blasts from the past coming back into your life, and you're like, what the hell? This was the last person I was expecting to see, hear, or even talk to. You could have family dynamics that were really, really old. I'm talking about old family dynamics from maybe 5, maybe even 6 years ago, now coming back up. Remember, Scorpio represents death and rebirth, okay? And it's a water sign, so it is to do with a lot of emotional situations. Do you understand? So there is going to be a lot of death and rebirth in this Mercury retrograde season, okay? Now, specifically for the people that are coming back into your life, right? Some of these people are coming back into your life, I want to say as assignments, okay, but they don't even realize that they are the assignments themselves. Do you understand? So what I'm gonna say is, even though you know they're an assignment, maybe you can't stand the skin that this person's in, maybe you got a bad taste in your mouth about this person, but have grace, okay? Still extend love when dealing with this situation. Put people in their place, let them know certain boundaries, and speak to them with a certain elegance that also has the underlying energy of don't mess with me underneath it. Do you understand? You have to handle them correctly. Some of these people are assignments coming in to throw you off, and I feel like that there is a lot of there are certain low vibrational energies that are working through these people to try and get you. I'm even hearing as far as your children, your kids, that could be from as young as, say, maybe 2 or 3, right up until you got big kids, you got big adult kids, right? They're trying your last nerves. The smaller kids might be having more tantrums than usual, saying things out of pocket a bit more, just doing things to really grind your gears, get on your nerves, so on and so forth. I just heard road rage. So you could be noticing that you're driving, you're on a commute to somewhere, and maybe you live in an area where there isn't a lot of traffic, there isn't a lot of like built up, you know, road rage and things of that nature. But of lately you've been noticing the road that you've been driving down, or the route to work, has been very chaotic. Now all of a sudden there's roadworks. Now all of a sudden they want to revamp the road or the area or whatever. Now you are needing to find that diversion. Spirit is saying, baby, take that diversion, okay? That diversion is a saving grace for you. Take that diversion, honey. Don't fight against the stream. Take that diversion. Again, coming back to people, because Spirit's bringing me back to people, okay? Like I said, these individuals or these people that are coming back into your life, I'm feeling like they're blasts from the past. I'm feeling like these are people that maybe you haven't spoken to, I'm gonna say 10 years or more, okay? These are people, even if you think of them now, you ain't gonna think of who it is. And this could have happened, currently is happening, or is about to happen, because like I said, we're in pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, okay? They're coming back in as assignments. They're coming back in as tests for you, okay? And like I said, some of these individuals don't know that they are the tests in your life. And the thing is, I feel like it's a double-sided coin, because as much as they are a test for you, you are a test for them. Do you understand? And I feel like the test for some of you is how to uphold your boundaries, especially when it comes to the romantic ones. I feel like some of the blasts from the past might be situationships or people that maybe certain you didn't have a relation with them. Maybe there was a romantic sort of intrigue there, but nothing really got off of the ground between the two of you. And I feel like the reason why these situations and these people are being brought back around is to see where you stand in terms of your boundaries, how you can maintain your assertiveness. Do you still really want what it is that you are asking for in a partner, in a relationship, in a commitment? Like, what are you willing to do? I'm hearing that song, what are you willing to do? Yeah. I think that's Rihanna. So I'm hearing that song, right? So it's like, are you going to maintain your boundaries? Are you going to fold? And this could be for some of you that maybe are in a space who have been maybe let's just say single for a long time, right? This test is coming in to see, or are you willing to settle because of your loneliness? Are you willing to just be in a space of being like, it will do for now until whatever's supposed to come in? Or are you gonna be like, you know what, I'm okay with being alone and I don't need the stress and I don't need the drama, so you can be along your merry way? Do you get it? I really feel that. And I feel like for some of these people that are coming in back into your life, or even vice versa, you could be going back into somebody's life, there is something here, because Scorpio again is very much about death and rebirth. And you speak to any Scorpio, a Scorpio is always going through some type of transformation, some type of deep, intense situation in order for them to transform, right? They're constantly going through that death and rebirth cycle. So I feel like someone is being tested on their level of commitment to themselves, but also if what it is that they really want is something they can handle. So let me clarify that. So you know, when sometimes people say I'm ready for a commitment, I'm ready for a relationship, or I'm ready to dive into do this degree and so on and so forth, right? And then you get an opportunity where that degree position is handed to you, or you get an amazing woman or man come into your life who is literally everything that on paper and personality and energetically and spiritually that would fit the mold of a person you would want to commit to. Are you ready for that? Because the person being in front of your face is going to be the actual test of whether you are actually willing and are ready to handle that type of person and that type of partnership and commitment you have said you have been wishing for and been wanting God or source, whatever you want to call that energy, to bring to you. That person's in front of your face now. What are you going to do? Are you going to stick to it? That degree position is now there. What are you going to do? Are you going to handle that? Or are you going to slack on that? Or are you going to make excuses? Or are you just going to admit to yourself, which there is no wrong, that you know what, I thought I was ready for it, but do you know what, I'm not actually really ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I thought I was ready for this, but I'm not ready for this. Because sometimes, and there's no mistake in this, but sometimes we be asking for things we think we're ready for, and then when we're really in the situation or something is really presented to us and we see how to us perfect it is, we're like, shit, I don't know if I'm actually ready for that. And for some of you, it's like you're going to realize that you're not ready for it. And I feel like the person that you might be dealing with, or the people that you might be dealing with, they're going to show you either that you're not ready for it or they're not ready for it. And it's going to really rattle them. And to me, I'm seeing that sending them into a higher awakening, a higher transformation. I see some people coming back to you and seeing how evolved you are now, and really being taken aback to the point that your boundaries and your energy and your assertiveness and your creme de la creme, yeah, it speaks for itself. That is not a person to play with. That is not a person to fuck with. That is not a person to just be in their space and acting all ratty like a spoiled toddler. Like, no. If you're going to come correct to this person, you're going to come correct. And that's how I'm feeling. And that could be romantically. That could be friends. That could even be family members that you have no longer spoken to. But for some reason they feel nostalgic and now they want you back in their life, where they're like, do you know what, I miss my cousin, I miss my my granddaughter, my grandson, I miss my niece, my nephew, I miss my daughter, I miss my son. I actually want to build a relationship. But when the relationship is there presented to them, that, well, you can build with this person, but remember that nostalgia is from who they were before. They ain't that person no more. So are you willing to be on board with accepting the changes that they have? Right? Are you willing to be on board and accept the changes that they have and who they have become now, as opposed to who you thought they used to be? And this comes back down to, as well, I'm hearing spirit say trans. So some of you could be in a space where you are transgenders, and that's probably why your family's cut you off. Or some of you have, really taken, I'm here like come out of the closet, basically. Like you have literally, you're standing firm in the fact that, you're either gay or you're a lesbian or you're this or you're that, whatever you want to call it. Do you understand? But it's like now family members want to come and talk to you, but are they willing to speak to you, and are they willing to be in your lives as you are right now? Are they willing to be take me as I am? Who sings that song? Take Me As I Am. Like, I'm hearing the title of it. I can't hear the song though, right? Take Me As I Am, right? So are they willing to take you as you are? Do you understand? And that book by Mel Robbins, Let Them Theory, is also coming in, because I feel like for some of you, you've got some connections coming in where the people, right? This is a very deep message, and I'm going to take my time with this message. So I don't know how long this is going to be. So however long you decide to stick around, it's up to you. But if it resonates, it resonates. But I feel like for some of these people, these individuals that are coming in and understanding that even though you may be a representation of someone of who they have manifested, you are still going to have your flaws, and there are still going to be things about you or even about them that you are not so on par with. And are you willing to just be okay with that? As long as they're like not major, massive, life-threatening deal breakers, are you okay to deal with the little deal breakers? Like, they might not be from that same ethnicity as you. They might not necessarily be from the same religion as you. They may not necessarily dress the way that you would want them to dress. You know, they may be in a career that's a little bit different to what you're doing, or something that is a little bit unorthodox to what maybe you're doing or they're doing or whatever. Are you okay with that? Are those things deal breakers, or are you okay to just let them, yeah, like Mel Robbins says, be who they are and love them through that anyway? Do you understand? It's like some of you are also realizing that there are certain friends that you thought were your friends, and there were certain colleagues that you thought had your back, that have been backbiting, stealing from you, doing all kinds of shit, taking money from you, is also what I'm hearing as well, behind your back without you even realizing it. And this could have been someone that was a friend stroke business partner, taking all that shit from you secretly, and discussing it with other people. But the reason why they started discussing it with other people is so that information could get back to you to see how you handle that situation. Are you going to go ratchet and all of these things, or are you going to be strategic in how you handle that person and let them know, checkmate, I got you? Does that make sense? Are you going to handle this in a mature way, or are you going to be, let's say, bratty about it? Because there is a way to handle certain individuals that have done you dirty, in a sense, in a way that makes them ponder and not be like, oh, that person just crashed out. Can you crash out in a sophisticated way that causes people to really ponder on the actions and the things that they have done to you? Or are you going to crash out in a way where they're like, it angers them and they're constantly going over and mulling over like how you may have swore at them or done this or done that? Do you know what I mean? You want that when you confront certain people about certain things, it's done in such a strategic, mature and sophisticated way. It makes the person think to the point that they feel remorseful, but not remorseful in you just want them to feel bad, but remorseful in the sense of, do you know what? I did that to that person, and the way this person has handled finding out about this with me, I ain't never going to do that to another person again. And in actual fact, you know what? This is not something I normally do, but I'm actually going to go and apologize to that person, whether they will have me back in their life or not. And I'm hearing that someone's been doing this to you for a minute. Do you understand? Someone's been doing this to you for a minute. Someone's either been taking something from you, taking money from you. I'm seeing like a business as well, like taking money from you on a sly, or even trying to take like your clientele, something about clients or people that you work with, right? Just trying to siphon from your empire of what you've built. And I'm hearing something about maybe you really put this person on the map and they literally were just backbiting the whole time. They didn't consider you really as a friend. They didn't consider you really as a business partner. They didn't consider you really as anybody to them. They were just an opportunist, and they saw opportunity, and you just so happened to be at the front of the opportunity, and they found a way to play game on you. But now you need to be able to be sophisticated enough and strategic enough to really make sure that this person understands what it means to be messing with someone who is divinely aligned. Let divinity come through you when you're speaking to these people, so they know that you ain't one to play with. Let your divinity shift this person to go for a transformation so that they can align with their divinity. How about that? Do you understand? Because remember, a lot of things, especially if you're listening to me, a lot of things you wanna, I'm not saying that you are not gonna have your days where you just crash out and you're like, this, do you understand? Trust me, I have my days. Okay, and I ain't ashamed about it either. So, but you want to be in a space of understanding that everything has a purpose to it, and that you know, there's a consequence for everything. But do you want that the consequence of what you are doing has a positive impact, that it can literally transform someone? Or do you want it to just be that people just have a sour taste in their mouth because you dealt with them raw, erratic, like how they dealt with you? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's changing that. And I feel like for some of you, yeah, someone has shifted your whole perspective, okay? Someone may have come back into your life and shifted your whole perspective. And I'm also hearing, like, again, it comes down to, for some of you, this is really, I feel like this is really, for most of you, this is really relationship based. It shifted your energy, because I feel like someone thought they could come in and play with you, and you held your ground, you held your boundaries. But because you held your boundaries so well, this other person is now in this space of thinking, shit, bruh, like, this it didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. Like, what the fuck's happening here? Sorry. Like, literally, they're like, this ain't gone how I thought it was gone. Yeah, because soul cluster don't play like that. Do you understand? Soul cluster, you have really worked on your energy, and you're just in this space where you are to yourself. If it don't align, okay, you are going to politely decline. Do you understand? So be in this space of knowing that I'm also feeling like some of you had internal battles when it came to some of these people that were coming back in your life. It was kind of like, well, you know, I expected them for a minute, or, you know, it's nice to have my family back, or, you know, like, I really enjoyed the time I did have with this friend, but there is something in you niggling, like your intuition's like, I don't know about that person. Something's just not right. Like, your intuition is talking to you. Source is like, so what you gonna do? Because we're giving you the energy, we're giving you the signals. What you gonna do? You gonna play ball, or you gonna you going to politely decline the game altogether? Okay, like, it's like, it's almost like I'm seeing a present. Yeah, I'm seeing like a box of, ooh, that's disgusting, but I'm seeing, I don't even know why I saw that. I'm seeing like a box of worms wrapped up in a beautiful packaging, but when you open it, you see all these worms wriggling around, and yeah, it's right? And that's funny, because that kind of represents the energy of Scorpio. Usually Scorpio in tarot is represented by the death card, which is like skull, bones, and all of that. So it's kind of like, I feel like a deeper meaning is coming in with that though. Like, you know, like worms and maggots and stuff. Some of you could have been seeing worms, some of you could have been seeing maggots as well, for whatever reason, however that appears for you. Or you guys could have been seeing like, what do they call it? They like, most of the like the fly species and stuff like that go for it. Larvae, you know, when they're a worm and then they go into the cocoon and then they hatch and become what they are, similar to like butterflies and dragonflies. They become larvae first, or whatever. I'm sure it's larvae or larva or whatever it's called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, put it down in the comments, okay? But it's like, yeah, it's this thing where it's just wrapped in a pretty packaging, but what's on the inside is disgusting. So right now the people and situations are like the facade. They might look all good and dandy, but when you really get to the root of it, or when you really start speaking to this person, you're like, you're still the same, or this job ain't changed one bit, or there's people in that organization that I don't fuck with. Like, there's just a lot of those different things that I'm seeing that your intuition is unraveling it before you even step into the situation. You're like, okay, this person's come back, and your intuition is like, no, pause, honey, because something ain't right there, we're gonna let you know. It's like, you're from the inside of you, yeah, your intuition is knocking on your solar plexus like, hello, yeah, make sure you keep up that willpower and that confidence, because something ain't right here. Something's not right here. We can feel, but we're letting you know something's not right here. And your spirit team are like, they're just sitting back there like, boy, girl, we wouldn't do that if we were you. Do you understand? So just be in this space of knowing that there is a lot of tests and things that are going to be coming up for you through this retrograde, okay? And that will be a lot of different things as well. I'm hearing something about your pet. Some of you may be noticing that you might have to take your pet to the vet. There's just going to be a lot of things to be throwing you off. Someone's got a dog or a cat they've recently had to take to the vet or something like that because they ate something they weren't supposed to. Or there's something about something being wrong with the pet's stomach of some sort. You may notice that some of you have had to I'm hearing put down some of your pets or something like that. And for some of you, it could be sudden. It could be a sudden thing where your pet gets put down. It could be really like, yeah, it's just a sudden thing where your pets get put down and you're like, hold on. It went from 0 to 100 real fast, like really, really quickly. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like there's just a lot of situations that are going to kind of come at you, and your reaction to them is everything, is what I'm hearing like Spirit say. Like your reaction to them is everything. It's kind of like I'm seeing for some of you guys being in a space where maybe before you were so on guard, yeah, where you had to constantly keep looking over your shoulder. But now that we are in this retrograde, you have come so far in who you are as a person, where when certain situations start coming up, you ain't got to even look over your shoulder no more. Your intuition's already done told you what's going on and how to handle that situation and what direction to walk in. The choice is ultimately up to you whether you want to walk in that direction or not, and how you're going to handle it, okay? Because that's how I'm feeling. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Should I pull a few cards? Yeah. Because I heard cards. Ooh, Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're using your mind. Yeah, I'm hearing logic over emotions at this particular moment. Some of you are very emotional beings, but you are learning to integrate your logic so that your emotions don't carry you into wrong scenarios. Do you understand? And you're being, like I said, you're being very strategic about certain situations. Yes, and I said, well, told you. Look, 7 of Swords, deception. There's a lot of deception going on here. Cunning, trickery, sabotage. Yeah, and there's a lot of things like this is a warning card too. What's the sign on this? Aquarius. Look at that. Aquarius. And I'm sure Jupiter, don't Jupiter go retrograde soon? I'm sure Jupiter's going retrograde in, is it November? And we still got a few other planets that are in retrograde at the minute. So this is what I'm saying. Be careful of the deception. Be careful of what's it called? Get it to me now. Sheep in wolf's clothing. Thank you. You know when there's just like trickling through, I was like, I got it, but I ain't got it. And for some of you, like I said, the situations that you are currently in, right, have been situations that have been beneath the surface and have been going on behind your back for a minute. But you know what? Yeah, because you got the Knight of Pentacles here with Judgment cards. Spirit is bringing this to your face. Yeah, they're bringing it to the forefront and center. They're like, no, we're not letting this go on no more. And you need to know about this. Why? So that you can basically just bring it to your attention so you can better navigate it and not be upset by these things. Anything that is not in your life is because it's not supposed to be there, and it will be replaced by better. You may even have, I'm hearing, I keep getting friends. You may even have certain people trying to come back into your life and give you apologies and all this stuff. And you're like, I appreciate the apology, but it ain't that no more. Okay? Yeah. You're choosing to walk away from these friends here. See, yeah, these two people have just surrendered to put down their swords. It's like you're choosing, you held your mental clarity. Yeah, you held your mental tenacity. And these two are going away, walking away wounded because you've rejected them now. Because maybe in the past, these individuals rejected you for whatever stupid reason. I felt like I needed to say stupid reason. And I felt like I needed to say it passionately as well. Stupid reason. It's gone dark. Look how my screen's gone dark. Why is my screen gone dark? There we go. For stupid reasons. And again, Aquarius is significant. We got Aquarius on both these cards, okay? So air signs are significant. So Aquarius is standing out most, but Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius is significant. But they have walked away. And what they've done is they've surrendered their swords. They ain't even taken their swords with them. So they ain't even taken the mental clarity from the situation to be understanding of why this individual has made the decision they made, because swords represent mental thoughts. It represents understanding, quick movement, right? You've taken your swords because you've analyzed, you've been sitting with these 2 swords for a minute, right? Or these 3 swords, okay? And this sword to me is representing like he's holding it in his hand. So to me, and it's pointed towards the ground. So it's like that thought, that third thought, or whatever this situation is being represented by this sword is one that has kept you grounded, where it has been your final decision of like, yeah, this is not going to work for me. They've surrendered their swords to you, and it's like you're taking all the information from the situation and now applying it to your life and applying it to your life toolkit as things to look out for and how to navigate if they were ever to happen again, or if you were ever to run into someone who's gone through a similar situation. You now have the information and clarity on how to move in that situation. Okay, I hope that's made sense. Yeah, look, King of Swords. Yes, man. Aquarius again. Yes, man. So I'm saying, can't make this shit up with the King of Cups. Yeah, so remember when I was talking about you having to balance your logic and your emotions? You are, because the King of Cups to me is a person who, he's not just like, he's water, but he's not just water in the sense of like, oh, you know, he's emotionally tapped in. He's not just emotionally tapped in, he's emotionally intelligent. He's emotionally mature. And for me, that's, and it's like he has that grounding to his emotional state, right? So even though he's someone who operates from a state of emotions, he's still quite balanced within his own logic. Do you understand? Okay? So that's what I feel. And I feel like this card is represented by, was it Taurus or Aries? I think it's Taurus or Aries. I can't even know. I can't, the symbols are just not symboling right now for me. But this is what I'm feeling. Do you understand? It's like you're just in the space where you're balancing out your emotions and your logic. One's not overtaking the other and the other's not overtaking one. You're working with both states. Some of you could be dealing with two, this could be 2 people. So this could be an air sign and this could be a water sign. Okay, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Okay, so Scorpio, Capricorn is significant, Aries, Taurus is significant, and then air signs, especially Aquarius, is significant. Okay, so there's some kind of incoming communication, something's incoming, and I feel like, you see, because these are the different situations that are going to be coming in. I feel like the retrograde is going to be a doozy, but I feel like for those of you that are Scorpio, you're used to this. You're used to this. You're like, this ain't nothing but a piece of, I was gonna say piece of cake, but I don't feel like some of these situations are gonna be pleasant. Yeah, look, Temperance and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so with the Temperance and the Knight of Cups here, there's a lot of careful thinking. There is a lot of I feel like this is what people are coming in with. People are coming in with these offers. Okay, the Knight of Cups is an offer. Okay, some of you, this could be a new lover. And you know what I'm feeling as well? I feel like for some of these individuals, especially if they are love interests, some of them that feel like they haven't been able to kind of I'm hearing the word finesse you. Okay, something's gonna click for them, and whatever clicks for them is when they're then gonna want to take you serious. But at this point, you're gonna be like, no. And then I feel like this person is gonna be very persistent. It's like this, you figuring out who this person is then causing them to really want to step up to their plate. And this is where they're really going to start applying pressure to really be in your life. And however you decide to navigate this situation is going to be entirely up to you. But I'm hearing Spirit say that you are gonna make them work for it. It ain't gonna be easy. You got the magician at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I do feel like right now you are just alchemizing everything around you. You ain't letting nothing get to you. Nothing at all. Yeah, look, the devil. Trying to tempt you into certain things. This could also be to do with certain like patterns as well of behavior. Yeah, patterns of behavior, addictions. I'm also hearing drugs. Okay. I feel like someone, I'm seeing like a fishing hook. It's like someone thought they had you on a hook. And that maybe the hook got in, but when they were trying to reel you in, they realized it wasn't a fish that they caught, bitch. They caught a whale. They caught a majestic creature, okay? One of the finest of the deep blue ocean. They caught a whale, baby. They ain't caught no damn fish. They caught a whale, honey. What the fuck? That's funny. Oh, bitch. Stop. That's funny as hell. Wait, stop. Yeah, unhealthy involvement. Let's just clarify with the devil, because I just feel like someone could, and I did mention Capricorn before, didn't I? Yeah. So after their toxic ways, this devil person wants to come and cooperate with you. Like, they want to come and work with you. Remember when I said they're going to want to apply pressure? They're going to want to work with you. They're coming in with all this message of, I understand, I'm sorry. It might even be an apology. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to And this, the reason why they acted that way is because of their own wounding. Okay, so remember in the beginning of the message I said I feel like this is a test for the both of you. Okay, so for some of y'all, this might be darkness being transmuted into the light. I know some of y'all don't want to hear it, but I'm just gonna say it. Okay. I'm just gonna say it. This might be a gloomy situation that turns into a light situation, or it might be just a dark situation that just stays dark, but you shed some light on it to help transform this person and their life as a whole. Do you understand? Yeah. So right now, this is just a wait. I feel like this person is in contemplation. Yeah, I feel like this person's in contemplation. You could be dealing with someone overseas, or you could be going overseas. Okay. I feel like someone, yeah, it's like you can't see what's coming up next, but there is something definitely coming with the moon card here, Cancer, and Pisces. I just feel like your intuition is on 10 though. And when I say your intuition's on 10, it's not like you can see, some of you can, but it's not like you can see the situation scene for scene, where your intuition has already given you a yes or a no. And that's all you need to know. You don't even, you know, like sometimes, especially when you're like young, right? You be having friends and family members that you love dearly. And something about them just don't sit right. And you're just like, something's not right. But there's nothing on the physical, or nothing's happened physically on the outside, yeah, to show you this person is messed up. This person is not who you thought they were, because you don't have any physical proof. But your intuition's kicking you and you're like, I don't know what it is. Something's not right about them, but they haven't shown me anything to say that my intuition's right. So you know what? I'm going to dismiss my intuition. And you dismiss your intuition, and then months or weeks later, a situation breaks out and they show their true colors, and you're like, rah, my intuition was right. I should have listened. You ain't even doing that no more. You're in a space where your intuition, you meet someone, you're like, hi, how are you? And your intuition goes, You just look at that person and you're like, yeah, bye, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Bye. We're not doing this. Adios. Oh, we're not doing this. King of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. With the moon still at the bottom of the deck. Damn. Okay. I feel like your whole energy and your interaction with this person is helping to transform this person. Okay. Some of you, this is going to be a multitude of people, because you've had 3 kings come out. Okay. You've got the King of Pentacles. You've got the King of Swords. You've got the King of Cups. Okay. You've got 3 kings here. So to me, this also represents rivalry. I feel like maybe you have 3 or more people fighting for your attention, or you're about to have 3 or more people coming for your attention. And one of them in particular, you are transforming through your assertiveness and through you just standing on business. Yeah. You ain't even standing on business. You standing on globe. Yeah. You standing on globe. But I'm seeing that there's a situation that is being alchemized for your highest benefit. So please clarify the King of Pentacles and the Magician, please. Yeah, the Page of Swords with the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. So I feel like whatever's happened, there's going to be a conversation, and I feel like verbally, a big confirmation. I just got a call. So yeah, you've got someone that's coming in. There's a conversation that's coming in, okay? And in this conversation, you're about to set the record straight. You're about to stand on globe, and you're going to stand on globe in a way this person has never allowed or spoken to. This person has never been spoken to in this way, or has they've never had anyone set the record straight with them in this way before. And you're gonna they're gonna be like, damn, which is what's gonna then cause you the Page of Swords here. It's gonna give them like a deep insight. It's gonna give them, they're gonna go into thinking mode. Okay, they're gonna go into thinking mode, and it's gonna make them question their character. But with that, it's gonna make them start working on themselves and realizing that you are the type of person that they would also benefit from having in their life. But it's kind of twisted, because I feel like, is that not Scorpio? I want to say, I don't know why, but I'm hearing Virgo too. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, you could be a Virgo. But is that not death? We've been speaking about death for a minute. Yeah. And I just got a text come through as well. All right. Five of Cups on the split. So this person, and I feel like for some of you, maybe you've cut this person off, and you cut them off for a minute, but you didn't think this person will come back around, and they have, with the 2 cups behind him. You didn't think the situation will come back around. Yeah, 2 of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, 2 of Cups in the reverse, and then when I split it again, you got the 9 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like you're at this point where you're okay with being by yourself. You're like, I don't need the mess. I don't need nothing. But I'm hearing that the 2 of Cups can turn around, and I think this is what this person's working on. They're working on themselves so that they can turn this situation around. Trust in your intuition on the split. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. I bless that it resonates and so on and so forth. Guys, I know you noticed that I got my voice back. Okay. Also, I have updated the services, okay, because a lot of you have been sending me messages about the services and whatnot. So what I've done is I have updated them. So I've updated them, can't speak. So there are 30-minute sessions available, and there are 60-minute sessions available, and there's also a 15-minute audio option available for those of you that are international and are having issues with the time difference, okay. So that is available, and those are all on my website. So if you want to book, link in bio, or just visit this website here, okay. But I'm sending you guys all love, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.